Hello, I'm Tom Phillips with Pop Modal, and we're at the Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day, Los Angeles. We are joined by several veterans today, including
Payton,
Bernard Payton. And he is a veteran of
the United States Army.
United States Army. And when did you serve in the Army?
From 1969 to 1971.
Oh, remember, that was a pretty difficult time for America. Were you stationed in Vietnam?
Yes, I was. I was stationed with the 52nd Combat Aviation Battalion in the Central Highlands.
So when you were stationed in Vietnam, that was at the height of the sort of anti-war, anti-Vietnam turmoil that was going on in America. When you returned home, the veterans didn't really receive the welcome that they received in World War II or the Korean War, for that matter. How does it feel to you that it has now taken more than 40 plus years to be recognized for your service?
Well, later is better than never, I suppose. But Vietnam was kind of a unique situation. In all the previous wars, groups of people went into war together, units went into battle together, and they all came home together. Vietnam was more of an individual's war. You know, you went there in ones and twos, and you came home in ones and twos. So there was kind of like, there wasn't I know guys that was in World War II that have been friends all of their lives. I don't personally know anyone that I served with in Vietnam.
So it was a lack of unity.
It was a lack of unity. And that combined with coming home to an environment that was anti-you and being alone compounded that, if you know what I mean. You know, if you came home with the 300 guys that you went to war with, at least you had this family around you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But for Vietnam veterans, it was solo. You know, you came home and you walked into these streets by yourself, and you know, it was a very empty kind of an experience that left some lasting scars on the psychic of a lot of people.
But I noticed that in the case of most of the veterans, or the veterans that were here today, it didn't sour them to America. It soured them to that atmosphere.
You know, we thought we were doing what our country believed in. You know, we were the last group that experienced mandatory service to the country. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we thought that we were doing our country's business. You know, and for them to have turned on us that way, you know, was...
That could be disheartening.
Yeah, that was a very disheartening experience.
So, you know, it's this nation and many nations run around the world apologizing, doing these very public mea culpas for past wrongs. And America still hasn't made a serious apology for that treatment of Vietnam veterans. So I just want you to know that all of us at Pop Modal and here at this event, we certainly appreciate your service, sir, and we thank you for your service to the country.
Will you sing something for us?
Yes, Can we hear that great song that you were singing?
Oh. I heard the sound of my dear old mama crying, and the sound of the train that took me off the war, and the awful sound of 1,000 bombs exploding. And I wondered if I could take it anymore. There were times when it almost drove me crazy, but I did my best. I took it like a man. But who would think in my lonely room I'd hear it, the one sound in the world my heart can't stand to hear that sound and to know it's really over. Through tear-stained eyes I watched her walk away, and of earthquakes, storms, bombs and wars, Lord, nothing has ever hurt me more than a lonely sound, the closing of the door.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. That's great. Love it.